What's going on? It's Alexander here, back with some more Vampyr. There she is.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Concerning
Okay.
your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least, better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days, but the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent, much like her mother.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Alright. Oh, hey, we got another one of these. Okay. Let's see if there's any other collectibles around here. What's that? That was glowing. Oh. Dragged it to the inspire life there. Sturger's Dracula.
It's locked, all right.
I think that probably Lady Ashbury's daughter's chest, maybe. Gonna be ingredients and some money. Personal diary. Oh, my mother visiting the sick of the East End. It's been a long time since I went to the sad part of town. Yeah, this afternoon, two men tried to corner me in the back alley. Road, I called for help as loud as I could, like mother told me. I don't know what would have happened if a soldier had not ordered them to leave me alone. He kissed me, I refused, he did not say a word and left. The whole story made me so sad I was still crying when mother woke up after. I told her the whole truth. She held me against her chest. Then we went to the theater to see Doris Fletcher and her new play. Frustrated that mother did not rush out to make them all pay. If I were a vampire. Ew. Okay. I'm seeing what's going on there. Some more stuff. Yep. Alright, let's go talk with, I keep forgetting her name. Isn't it like, no. What is the name of Lady Ashbury's daughter? I'm trying to remember before it actually comes up. Actually, we gotta come back, so we're gonna go to Pembroke, and then come back. And talk, continue all those conversations and whatnot. That way, they're, in case there's anything more, you know? Like, if we talk to Swansea and he gives us another hint that we had to follow up on. So it's around. Y'all have fun fighting. Hey, that's rude. Okay. This is the backyard, isn't it? Cut those skulls munching down. So, since it's... I highly doubt...
It's locked.
Long letter. Don't know how things go in the victory here and sounds so low to Sandy Pippa. The bug already driving me mad. Mom's. Get back home. Your last lady told me, Pip, you better think twice. Actually, but wages are shit. It's a boy's day. Ah. Well, we might talk to, I guess.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Out of what you achieved, patients need you. That, no. Wanting more and to make a change isn't bad. Patients do need her. I'm going with this
You
one.
should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Well.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Let's go talk to Swansea. So I would think that maybe, like, our dad's name would be in his office. Oh, there he is. Let's say, where is he?
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city
Ugh.
already? How is the situation over there?
Tense, to say the least.
I am sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
What
Lord
can you tell
Redgrave?
me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Okay.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one.
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
I
Okay.
shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
Alright. Reykjavik, China. I'll be glad to manage a temporary morgue as soon as it is open. As I've already told you, I was a doctor during the war. Is there any other question? More value in my parole. I made me a doctor during the war, and I saved my life. Okay, we can follow up on that one before we leave as well. Warning letter. Not showing you the reservation concerning Dr. Thor Strickland and Harvey Fittick case. The last lies after a severe work injury, he may be permanently lose the use of his arm, if not treated adequately. The surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. Good. Colleague is audacious at daring search. 2 years, but for now, he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Mistakes he made in the past, since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me. So we're just hitting a bunch on the people here. Sure. Wait, is this the one I'm missing? Oh, yes it is. Wow. Okay, well, we'll turn that one in too, I guess. I thought I read that was in the place that we're going for the main quest. But I was checking to make sure, and I believe this is the place we need to go into. Read me. Oh, there we go. This is my last letter for you. Remember hospital. Do you remember how disappointed you were when your place rejected? I had never seen you so upset. It was the first time I realized the darkness you had in you, my son, with black stone embedded in your heart, hidden to all, what you sometimes saw in your sister too. I feel for you both. Hopefully knew what it is meant to feel this gloomy mood, the dark side of the reeds. Reason why I must go, now that I know I'm condemned. I'm sick, my son. The diagnosis is irrevocable, and death will soon come. Like this, by those I love. This is my fault and my decision. You're so far away now. I'm with this Dr. Carroll in Paris. Blood to save patients. Already thinking about how to improve the method you've helped to create. Proud of you, my son, but you can't save me. I won't be Aubrey Reed, the dying banker, surrounded by his friends and family, unable to leave his bed. I won't stand it. I don't accept it, so I left. Just like you left us to become the great surgeon you're destined to be. Surgeon I never want to see next to me, looking at me, knowing I will die soon. Keep on studying, my son. Become whoever. Be and do it for yourself, not for your old father who loves you. I've taken all necessary measures to protect you, my family, and of any dangers to come. Remember me as I was, not as I'm about to be. I leave, for I love my pearls and jewels. I love you, my pearls and jewels. Do it because I have this dark mood in me I hid from everyone as long as I could in a few days. Oh, I stood where you left us for France. There I'll leave the last gift for you. There I'll vanish, never to come back. Farewell, Jonathan. Yes, I'm married, and I like 4 men. Take care of them for all I do.
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
So we need to go all the way back down here. Alright. First of all, we're gonna follow up on these
I'm
leads
quite
we have.
busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, there's Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye.
Okay. So that was kind of useless, to be honest.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
And then,
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir, I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
alright.
Goodbye, Mr.
He's not wrong. Like, if he was literally doing the same average as everyone else, does make me wonder what those averages are. Okay, and then just straight south. Oh. We'll do this, and then, of course, go all the way back to...
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Run the leech, boys!
And run again, because we could fight them and get experience, but, well, I don't care.
Look lively! It's on to us!
On to anyone.
Moron had me laughing at first. That's a thing. He's a bloody vampire hunter.
Hold up.
You again.
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
That bastard's become something of a holy man these days. And someone should remind him who really rules the docks.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
That'd be bad for you, dude. Just honestly, that'd be a stupid idea. Not only because he's a vampire, because then I would have to come back and kill. They did somehow wind up taking him down. Okay, back across and then back over to where we were. Why did I pull out my... I didn't press the button to pull it out. What? How far is it from when we step off? Not far. So we're going to get this thing, and then we're going to end, and then our next video is going to start all the way over where all the main story stuff is.
Stupid beast!
Literally, I don't want to fight you. No, fine.
Back to the shadow!
Can you stop?
Fuck, it's fast!
And there we go. Now let's get that to where we can end this. Whatever. I'll loot that on the way back. In here then? Showing up. That's a safe. Expensive watch. Is that what we came all this way for? Is there anything special about it? Jonathan's father. Okay. I'm going to end this here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.